Hello YouTube, it looks like we've got another high ELO ranked game here for you, with the teams being Hecarim, Riven, Twitch, Ahri, Lulu versus Singed, Xerath, Warwick, Taric, and Graves. So as far as summoner spells go, it looks like the only things that are a little out of the normal are a cleanse on Ahri and a cleanse on Graves. So probably what it's going to be is Hecarim versus Warwick in the jungle, Riven versus Singed at top, Ahri versus Xerath at mid, and Twitch and Lulu versus Graves and Taric at bottom lane. Graves also does have that cleanse, and we do have ghosts on Singed Ignite. Singed has Ghost Ignite, which is pretty normal for him, and Hecarim also has that Ghost Exhaust Smite. So pretty solid game here we have started here. As far as the people that I recognize, it's pretty much Unstoppable is the only one that was recently in the top 100. I'm having trouble finding ranked games right now just because of the fact of the new Season 3 changes. So without further ado, let's get this party started, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we got them all set up, and we'll see if we get any level 1 action here, but I doubt it. Most of these people don't like to fight level 1, besides maybe Taric, and Ahri doesn't mind it if she's got her charm. Twitch might try to do some shenanigans here, but we shall see. And I guess Riven's also a good level 1 fighter. We might see Blue invade. Could be interesting. Okay, as far as items go, it looks like nothing too out of the ordinary here. Looks like Hecarim is fairly far into that support tree because he does have that Explorer's Word and Rejuvenation. So maybe he's going some sort of hybrid like 9-9-21 in the Masteries. A little bit of poke there going on from Xerath there. Alright, just like GG, I'm AFK. Pretty amusing. As far as the other items, we got Crystalline Flasks on Singed, Xerath, and Ahri. And Twitch going Longsword health potions for that quick Vampiric Scepter, most likely. Same with Graves. And Lulu's really heavy into that support tree, getting the Rejuvenation bead. Fairy Charm, derp. And she's got that Biscuit of Rejuvenation plus the Explorer Ward, so she's really far into that. And it looks like Taric, if he is far into that, he decided not to take those. I personally like the Biscuit is nice, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Sometimes it's a little bit better to get the additional cooldown reduction, or depending on what you are. So it looks like both junglers are starting pretty standard with Wolves then Blue. And yeah, and it looks like Twitch and Lulu are doing the blue side golems as well. And yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see a really aggressive game here at mid lane, just because Xerath, he did get that Crystalline Flask, and he's already doing some auto attack poking, so might see quite a bit of harass there going on. Lulu doing a little bit of harass there on the Taric at bottom lane. And it looks like top lane, they're both just farming a little bit there. Marking wards there a little bit. We'll follow this Twitch because it looks like he's going to try and do something here. Doing a little bit of stealth, gets stunned there from the Taric, and manages to expunge, bringing that Graves a little low, but it shouldn't take for too long. Lulu Twitch is kind of an interesting lane because he likes to go attack speed, and she wants him to go attack speed because of her ability to drop her pixie on people. Looks like Hecarim is getting a little bit low, but he's in the jungle, so nothing too crazy there. And it looks like Twitch is trying to zone this Graves a little bit, but remember, once Taric gets level 2 or level 3, he will have that heal, and so Graves should be able to take a little bit of harass. While Lulu, she doesn't have any sort of heal, she's only got that that shield. It looks like we did miss a gank at mid lane, but nothing crazy happened from it. And it looks like Hecarim tried to gank the Xerath, and Ahri's now doing a good job of capitalizing on it. It looks like she's going to try and do a little bit more damage, but she's taking quite a bit. There's the Ignite on her. There's the Ignite on him as well, and Hecarim is diving, gets the first blood, but somebody's going to die here, most likely Ahri. And it looks like Hecarim, if he's not careful, he might die as well. Looks like purple team is pushed back to their bottom turret. Oh man. Is he going to go for the suicide? What's he doing? And there's the execute. Good job there by Hecarim there, managing to get the execute. But that is going to be a significant amount of farm that does go down the tube there, since both Ahri and Hecarim are gone. So mid lane is going to lose quite a bit of farm. Looks like Xerath is telling Warwick to go away. Sin's trying to do a little bit of damage here to the Riven, and she does have to be careful because that poison cloud does quite a bit of damage there. And it looks like he is leveling that poison very quickly, not even getting a point in his glue yet. So, interesting little dive there. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but they do have a slight advantage. But Xerath should be able to come back a little bit on farm just because that wave was so huge. Back at top lane, looks like Sinch is healing up nicely, just because he does have the Crystalline Flask and a lot of health pots. Riven engaging on him, landing the nice stun, and then doing a little bit of damage there with her, what is it called? Winged Blade, I think is her Q. Broken Wings, sorry. Nice little stun there from Taric. Lets him do a little bit of poke, but doesn't manage to land it too much of that shatter on anybody, so... It looks like Hecarim is going to try and gank here at mid again, forcing Xerath to try and run. Manages to push Xerath back. She misses the charm though, so he should be able to get away, but it's going to take a little bit of damage. And here comes the gank from Warwick on Riven. Looks like she's going to be... He needs to go in right now if they want to catch her. Looks like he's deciding to be as well. Oops. Didn't quite catch that. But they know she's back, so Singe can do a little bit of pushing and then probably head back. That's probably what he wants to do, just so he doesn't get rampaged. On their first backs, it looks like Hecarim got that Spirit Stone there pretty quickly. Twitch doing a good job of harassing this Graves, so now he is 10 farm ahead. And there's Singe going back. As far as everybody else, nobody is notably far ahead besides that Twitch over that Graves at bottom lane. He hasn't gotten a kill or anything, but he's doing a good job of zoning. And this will actually put him significantly far behind having to go back this early. Does he have enough gold to buy a BF sword? Nope. Looks like he's going to just go for that Vampiric Scepter, Doran's Blade, and a couple health pots. And now blue team is going to go back as well and buy. Does he have enough for that BF sword? Nope. Looks like he's going to get Vamp Scepter and maybe boots. Looks like Riven is starting to veer a little ahead of Singe, but that probably won't take for very long just because of his ability to farm very quickly. It looks like Twitch got a Wriggles there, so he can farm last hit a little bit more easily and spend a little bit more of his time harassing the Graves. So that used to be super popular for the AD carry to get a Wriggles just so that they can farm a little bit more efficiently, but I haven't noticed it too much of late. I know it's still popular on some of the top lanes just because they let them farm quite a bit. Plus, like if it's like Lee Sin, he likes the ward, so he can do his little ward hop trick with his W. But so far, relatively passive game, besides for that early game gank and dive there on Xerath. And it looks like Twitch, the most exciting lane is this bottom. We've been trying to harass a little bit there, and it looks like Warwick's going to try and give Xerath blue here, which would help quite a bit. And it looks like Twitch is going for that high damage there, managing to stealth in. Lulu managing to land the slow, doing a lot of damage, flashes to get that last auto attack in, gets him a kill, and that's going to be super significant. If he can start roaming, they do know Warwick's here. Does Warwick 6? And there's the Suppress. His cleanse is down, going to take a little bit of damage, but Lulu did a nice shield there to prevent quite a bit of damage, but I think Lulu is going to go down. Nice counter gank there from Ahri and Hecarim, but Hecarim didn't manage to keep up with that Warwick. He managed to get away with it there with the help of his W there. Warwick is coming around, so he can't provide vision. Xerath trying to do a little bit there, but the Hecarim ult does go down. Lulu does ult the Ahri there in the Ignite, trying to prevent her from doing too much damage. Xerath trying to support as much as he can with that range that he does have, but unfortunately not going to be able to do much there. So we did see 2 kills there. Good job there. It looks like Warwick might try to do something here. It's not necessarily a good idea. amusing. Just trying to delay their back, so Graves has a little ability to do something here. And here comes the Warwick gank, but here comes Hecarim as well. Hecarim swinging around from behind, managing to push back that Warwick, but the other two on blue team are very low, so they need to be very, very careful. Graves, all it just takes is a single ult from Graves, and he could probably shred people. And Twitch goes down there with the help of his, what is it, Bloodlust? Hunter's Call, revealing, sorry, Blood Scent. Lulu should be able to get away here as well. But it looks like they're both going to head back. That manages to even it up quite a bit here. Xerath looks like he's going to swing around and try and get a kill here. If he can land... Beautifully done there by Xerath. Holy cow. That was well done with the ults. Holy crap. Quite a bit of spam there. Good job there by Xerath. That was beautifully done. Just placing the ult, making him freak out, and then he manages to land his ult 2 times on both of them. Beautifully done. It looks like Ahri might be able to get a kill here if she ults. He does manage to land the stun, so she might not be able to get the kill. And with the Warwick there, she needs to be very careful, because if she gets suppressed under the tower. Taric lands the stun. She does flash cleanse it. She looks like she cleansed a little early. There's the Warwick suppress. It looks like she might be able to get away from this. Good job there by Ahri there, preventing herself from getting taken down. Looks like purple team's going to try and go for the dragon here, giving them a slight advantage from that Xerath there. Xerath is actually almost fed now, just because he managed to get 2 kills there. And he is up farm. Hecarim trying to ult the Xerath there, but Xerath did a good job there juking the ult and landing some ice ults there again on the Hecarim. Going to force him back most likely. Lulu and Twitch looks like they're trying to do a little damage here at bottom lane. But so far, nothing too crazy. Warwick's ult is down, so he can't do too much here. Warwick looks like he's going tanky. Super tanky. And Xerath should head back here, just in case. It's a really beautiful play there by Xerath. I'm impressed. I don't see too many good Xeraths, but when they can land their ults, the Xerath is a very strong champ, just because his ult has such huge range. It looks like Hecarim did get that Spirit of the Elder Lizard, and Xerath did get that Haunting Guy, so he has a little bit more Magic Pen. I'm curious what his Magic Pen is at, but unfortunately we can't see that too well. He does have 96 AP already, so with that Cage's lucky pick, it lets him regenerate a little bit more, generate a little bit more gold. Not regenerate. So, looks like Sin's trying to do a little bit of damage here to the Riven, but both of them are staying relatively even on farm. Looks like they have killed each other. Oh, sorry about that. My phone is ringing. Sorry about that. Probably caught a little bit of that. And it looks like I didn't miss too much there while I was silencing my phone. But, yeah, so Hecarim does have that Spirit of the Elder Lizard, so he has quite a bit of sustained damage, and it looks like, wow, a lot of spamming there. I guess they're afraid of the Hecarim doing some sort of crazy gank here with the help of the Twitch. Twitch does have another Vampiric Scepter, so he has actually a hell of a lot of sustain right now with the Wriggles and the Vamp Scepter. Plus that ward does alleviate a little pressure. There's a nice stun there on the Twitch. There's the Lulu ult doing quite a bit of damage, but there's also the ignites. And Twitch does go down, and Graves is probably going to get the Lulu as well here. I doubt she'll be able to get away, but because all it takes is one Taric stun. But with Hecarim ulting in there, oh, that was beautifully done. And sorry about that, we did miss Singe getting a kill there on Riven, but it looks like Hecarim might be able to pick up this Graves. Manages to pick it up with that Spirit of the Elder Lizard. So purple team's starting to veer a little bit ahead here. Getting those early kills there on the AD carry for Graves is going to be important at late game. And I personally think Graves is a slightly better long end game AD carry than Twitch, but I don't know. I find Twitch a little gimmicky. He can do a little backdooring, and he can do some pretty crazy stuff sometimes with his stealth. But in team fights in general, I think Graves is a much better combatant just because he's tanky. He's got a reposition with his quick draw, and he's also got a slow. So I think he's just a a more effective jungler in general. Not jungler, Jesus. AD carry in general at endgame. Even though Twitch with his ult can be particularly scary, especially with some of the new items. And it looks like Singe is starting to veer ahead just a little bit, but that's because he did manage to get that kill just now there on the Riven. It's really hard to deal with Singe once he starts getting ahead because he just gets so tanky. What's he building? Looks like he's building a Tear of the Goddess because he wants that huge HP and that shield. And when I mean huge HP, I assume you guys know that you know his passive where like he converts a certain amount of his mana into maximum health. Well, it converts a certain amount of his maximum mana into maximum health. Looks like Xerath doing quite a bit of damage here to the Ahri, and she does have to be very careful of him. Looks like he's trying to do a little bit more poke here by abusing his range a little bit here, and purple looks like they're going to try and do dragon here. Now is almost a good time, but it looks like they want to kill Twitch first before that happens. And there is a vision ward there on Tribush, so blue team does know this is happening. There's the stun. There is the Lulu ult, and he should be able to get away. And there's a nice suppress there, doing a lot of damage to that Twitch, and Graves lands a beautiful ult there. And now purple team should do dragon. They should be able to do it nice and easy, especially since there is no wards there. Unless Hecarim can do some sort of crazy ult and for the smite steal, but I doubt it's going to happen. It would be suicide. So dragon will go down here and should be back up again at let's see, 2132, 2130. Okay, so Riven trying to make up here for a little bit of that lack of farm, and now this gold advantage is 1.7k in purple team's favor. And most of that gold is probably on the Xerath. Yeah, Xerath and Graves. Because Graves is doing a good job of dealing with that pressure, that early game pressure from Twitch, not letting him spiral too much out of control. And it looks like blue team did lose their bottom turret here, but I think Graves might go down here just because of Twitch Hecarim. There is the Twitch ult doing a lot of damage. And there is a lot of damage going on the Taric. Looks like Twitch is going to be able to get a double kill here. Lulu manages to secure that kill. I guess she just won the assist. And it looks like they're going to counter by taking that turret as well. So they're going to decrease that gold advantage just a little bit. Make it a little bit more even. Bringing it down to about a K. Warwick is one of those champs where he's good, but I also don't like him. Just because he's so reliant on a suppress, and if people get a QSS or with cleanse and stuff like that, it just makes it so it's much less effective to have him as a champ. But hopefully Warwick knows what he's doing. He is a very effective jungler just because of the fact that he has so much sustain, which means he can gank relatively effectively. Looks like Singe doing a little bit more shenanigans here on the Riven. Riven's running scared a little bit of her, afraid of that fling and poison damage, but her shield is substantial enough where it should be able to block a lot of that damage. Looks like Warwick is going to try some sort of gank here at mid lane. Ahri and Hecarim there manages to miss the charm there, but Hecarim is chasing quite a bit here. But here comes Taric and Xerath. So if Warwick can bait him out a little bit longer, here should come the stun. There's the Xerath ult, picking up the Ahri, and Xerath taking quite a bit of damage here from the Hecarim. Hecarim is one of those guys that the longer the game goes, the more ferocious he becomes, just because his attack speed and damage is pretty out of control. Attack speed, I've said movement. I meant movement speed. His movement speed makes him very hard to lock down, and his damage can be pretty incredible, even for being as tanky as he is. So that gold advantage is still about 1.6k in the purple team's favor, and Lulu's taking quite a bit of damage here. And there goes the ult, but Graves manages to pick her up there with a nice ult and buckshot there. So good job there on Graves. Graves is doing a very good job of AD carrying right now, and it looks like he is getting that brutalizer. Probably going to get that black cleaver just so he can get a little bit more armor shred. Stop laughing, Graves. You're not cool. Twitch trying to make up for those deaths there by getting a little bit of farm here at bottom lane. And it looks like purple team is going to 3-man push, and they should be able to take out this turret just because Ahri, she just doesn't have the damage or sustain damage. Oh, 4-man push. Sorry, I didn't see the Xerath. I thought he was still back. Manages to do a little bit of damage there to the Ahri. And doesn't quite land the Q. There it is. Oh, there's the ult. She does cleanse the stun, though, and he lands another ult, forcing her to ult to try and avoid that. Looks like Hecarim is going to try and gank this Singed, but Singed should be able to get away. With Ghost and his ult going, he has so much movement speed. Like, Lulu can counter that quite a bit. He doesn't have Flash, so he can't do any sort of crazy jukes, but with Ghost, he is going to get them low, but he does go down once again to Lulu. Lulu is carrying like a boss, apparently. 2, 3, and 3. That's a joke, in case anybody heard it. So, yeah, sorry I haven't commentated any games since the, about a week now, I want to say. And it's just because I was having trouble finding quality games there, and also the Season 3 changes went up. Plus, I can no longer find ranked people from the ladder listings just because they archived all those. So, yeah, it's not necessarily a problem, but it's going to make it a little bit more difficult until they start implementing, and they probably post the divisions on the League of Legends website. Looks like Riven did manage to pick up that top lane, so we'll go back to commentating the game at hand instead of talking about my problems. Looks like Xerath's trying to do some sort of gank here. Does ult, stun, and he's going to be able to pick up this Riven here, even though she does have her stun. But manages to pick it up there with a Q, and Xerath is getting very fed. Lol. You were probably screwed anyway, Riven. Twitch doing quite a bit of damage there. And Graves does go down, putting an Unstoppable is on a killing spree. He is the high ELO player that I am aware of of these people here. So he's doing a good job of being Hecarim, I guess. He is a little bit ahead of that Warwick, even though he has died twice. He has a little bit of farm, and he does have 1 additional kill plus another assist, so he should be ahead on gold. Yep, 1,000 gold ahead. And Dragon should be back up here, like, in about 15 seconds, so we will probably see a fight going on there very soon. Looks like purple team wants to get it on cooldown since blue team is not aware of that cooldown. They will be able to see that Taric is moving there, so they will be able to know that they will be doing Dragon shortly. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to react in time, just because looks like Twitch is headed back. And Ahri's going to be dealing with Singed. So there's the Dragon spawn, and it looks like purple team's going to pick it up just fine, unless Hecarim can do a nice ult over the wall. And down goes the Dragon, giving him a nice 1.5k gold advantage there in favor of purple team. And let's see if Xerath can do a little bit of damage here. He does have his hat and Sork boots already, so just trying to maximize that magic pen. I can imagine stacking magic pens really effective on him, just because if you get a void staff plus his W, you've got a lot of percent magic pen there. I'm not sure if that percent magic pen stacks multiplicatively or additively. It would be significant. Multiplicative, if it multiplies, it's not going to be nearly as significant, but if it's additive, that's actually going to be really huge, because with the flat magic pen, it should be, you'd have to have a ridiculous amount of MR in order for it to be actually MR, because I'm sure with Void Staff he's got over 50%, plus he would have, if he builds, since he's got Sork Boots and he's going to have the Leandries, that will give him quite a bit. Already trying to do a little bit of damage there with the ult, but not able to be nearly as effective. Xerath managing to land a nice ult there on the Lulu, but it looks like she is going to be able to get away, and Warwick wasn't quite there in time in order to land a suppress or anything. So, Riven trying to defend this top turret, but it looks like it's going to go down here. Singed is just going to auto-attack it a couple times there, and Singed. Looks like Riven's going to get ganked here yet again, and I don't think she's going to be able to get away from this. And there's the suppress, and down she's going to go. Oh, that was a nice flash. She might be able to get away. Twitch manages to land a nice little poison barrel there, slowing him down. Venom cask, sorry. And Hecarim trying to do a little bit more here, chasing down the Warwick. And Taric's taking quite a bit of damage here, but Xerath is here, lands a big Q, doing a lot of damage. Manages to pick up the Ahri manages to pick up the Taric, and it looks like Warwick is also going to go down since he is ignited. Xerath trying to do what he can here, but he is relatively so he needs to head back now. It looks like blue team wants to try and do Baron. This is a pretty early Baron. Purple team does not have vision of this, so they are aware of it, though. But Xerath doesn't have the mana in order to contest it, and Graves is trying to backdoor bottom. They should be able to get this Baron, though. And that will be huge for them, just because they were slow. Blue team was slightly falling behind, and this Baron should provide them the push that they need. Chat's kind of amusing. But yeah, getting that Baron should help them quite a bit. Manages to even out the gold, bring it down to only a 400 gold advantage there. Plus, they should be able to capitalize on that Baron buff here a little bit. Wow, why are they paying so much? Wow, Riven, talking a little bit of smack. So as far as items, Graves, he does have that Brutalizer, Bloodthirster, and now it looks like he's going to be either building Phantom Dancer or that new, what is it, Starks? I forget what that item's called. A Static Shiv, that's what I'm looking for. Looks like Graves is going to head back here just because they are afraid a little bit of the blue team with the Baron buff. They're going to have to be a little bit careful on their engagements now. Xerath's getting a Morellicon. Interesting. I guess it's not bad, just because of the fact that Twitch has quite a bit of lifesteal, and Xerath does have that Elder Lizard. And with the recent changes, it's actually kind of interesting, because that doesn't provide actually much mana regen anymore. Just because the... I thought they were going to remove it entirely. I guess I decided not to do that. I thought I read in the patch notes, but I guess that was just on the book that it builds off of. I forget the name of the book. Provides cooldown reduction in AP right now. Looks like they do want to try and catch Riven, but it's going to be a little bit slow. A little indecision here going on both teams. Hecarim might try and do an alt engage here. He does have it up. And they do have Baron. They really do need to capitalize on this Baron. Xerath doing quite a bit of damage there with his alt there on the Lulu, but they need to worry about the Twitch and the Ahri more than anybody else. And I guess the Hecarim is the most fed person on the team. Ahri, she only has that Abyssal Scepter, so she actually doesn't have that much damage right now. 198, because the range of Abyssal Scepter is actually relatively low. There is the alt initiate there from Hecarim. Oh, Warwick suppressing the Riven. It looks like Warwick's going to get caught a little bit out of position, go down there to the Twitch. Xerath trying to do a little bit here, and this is the power Baron buff right now. Just... yep. And this is why that Baron was actually relatively huge, is because the stain and additional stat bonuses from that Baron buff allows enough sustain and damage to do that sort of take 3 kills for nothing. And it looks like they are going to be able to take this mid turret. And it looks like we're going to start to see this game swing in blue team's favor, even though it initially swung in blue team's favor, and then it swung back in purple team's favor for quite a while. But that Baron might be enough to swing the game, just because they managed to pick up 2 turrets. That gives them a 3k gold advantage now. Sin's trying to do what he can to prevent this blue team from pushing too hard, and it looks like Hecarim is going to swing bottom here and take out this turret. Hecarim doing a very good job of carrying and initiating. He's just doing a good job in general. And it looks like they aren't going to be able to pick up the turret, but it looks like they might be able to pick up the Taric. And down goes the Taric to the Twitch. Nice Xerath ult going down there once again. Riven is going balls deep in here, managing to land a nice stun, and it looks like managed to pick up the Xerath again. It looks like they are going to be able to pick up the Warwick as well. Graves is going to be able to get away, I think, but he is going to take quite a bit of damage here. So, and that turret is going to go down. Oh, greedy guys, greedy. Why are you being so greedy? I know you're ahead right now, but that's silly. Holy crap, they managed to pick up the Graves. That's impressive. A little bit of lag there, but Singed isn't doing much right now. Yeah, he's doing a good job of farming, but in general, he's not doing much in the team fights. Looks like purple team did try to do a surrender there, but didn't go through. Most of the people did not want to go through with the dragon, and is back up, so we probably will see another dragon fight here very shortly. And it looks like Twitch does have that static shiv as well. It looks like everybody's been going the static shiv more than the Phantom Dancer. And I can see why. Gives you a little bit more split damage, so you're not completely destroyed if somebody builds a lot of hardcore AD. And I haven't done the math of it, but I'm sure it's not bad. I tried it the other day and I kind of liked it, but I don't. I'm not very good with most AD carries. Caitlyn's pretty much the only champ that I can play with any sort of the only AD carry that I can play with any sort of composure or quality. So it looks like blue team is going to be able to pick up this dragon, giving him a nice 5.5k, almost 5.5k gold advantage here. And it looks like they are going to try and push here. With Xerath going back, they aren't aware of it. Okay. Nope, he isn't going back quite yet. There's a nice ult there from the Hecarim, and it looks like they are going to be able to take down the Graves, and this should be able to allow them to take some sort of turret. Singe needs to get over into this team fight. Right now, the problem is most of these team fights I think have been 5v4 in favor of blue team, so it's just not good. And it looks like here comes the Singe with those home guard boots. Xerath trying to land some nice ults there, forcing Lulu to burn her ult there on the Ahri, and it looks like Ahri is going to be able to go away. And there's the Warwick ult there on the Lulu, and I think she's going to go down. There's no way she can flash out of this. Singe manages to pick up that fight, and Ahri is on the run. I don't think she's going to be able to get away. Warwick does a nice job catching up to her with the help of his Hunt Blood Scent and his flash there. Sin's trying to do a little bit here, but it looks like he might be able to pick up the Twitch if Twitch is not careful. Looks like here comes the fling. Warwick providing the vision that he needs. It looks like Xerath did go down there to the Riven. Twitch is going to be able to get away, and Hecarim, he might be able to get away. That slow really destroys his damage, but it looks like he should be able to get away with the help of Ghost, but Twitch is in trouble. Riven is there, so maybe Riven can save him. Oh, Singe, you don't have your ult up, and gets destroyed by the Riven. And now we've got a Warwick on the run, so we will follow him intently. Hopefully he should be able to get away, but he is on the wrong side of the river right now. But he does have that bonus movement speed. But it looks like that faded away just because of the fact that he got out of range of Hecarim and Twitch. We'll see if Riven can catch him. There, he got some more bonus movement speed there from the Hecarim and the Twitch. She does manage to land the dash stun, and down he goes. He should have ran south, but that's okay. Should have ran south, and it looks like blue team is going to do Baron again here. Purple team tries for another surrender, but doesn't manage to get it. And here comes the blue team Baron once again. So blue team doing a good job of rolling off of that middle game advantage that they have here. Let's see if they can keep it at endgame. Xerath doing what he can, but now they've lost pretty much all advantage that they had at the start. So looks like they are going to go for this Xerath. If Ahri can land a charm here, the Xerath is dead. Oh man, Xerath is so dead. Face checking that bush. Just because that Lulu swung around, so he went into the bush. Good job there by Lulu, making him think that it was safe for him to go in the bush, and then just gets destroyed. Taric does drop that ward, so they will have vision, but I don't think they're going to be able to... oh, that nice pink ward there is going to prevent them from... then it looks like they're deciding to disengage from that Baron, so they don't have to worry about the steal. It looks like Lulu is going to pick up that ward once again. It looks like blue team is just going to try and push on this mid lane a little bit here. And trying to engage on this Singe here. Singed ulting, and I don't think he's going to be able to catch, but it looks like the Warwick is caught a little bit out of position. Tries to suppress somebody. Does manage to do so, but goes down with the help of the Lulu ult. They're knocking him up, and purple team is pretty screwed here. With two people down, it's either a Baron and then a push for the turret, but it looks like I would probably do the turret, the inhib, and then go do Baron. Looks like Riven is going to tank it. She does have a hell of a shield. And there's the GG call from Warwick, but it's not over until the fat lady sings. They are a turret deep here, so they are going to take quite a bit of damage. Xerath trying to get away, and it looks like Riven Manages to help pick up that turret there. Xerath burning it all, picks up the Ahri. Good job there by Xerath, and that will prevent them from getting the. That will prevent them from doing Baron just because 2 people are low now. Hecarim going back in, pushing this Xerath back, trying to do a little bit of damage here. Manages to pick him up there with the help of Twitch. But Twitch also does go down in the process. Taric goes down as well, and holy crap. Riven is legendary now. The power of Riven, ladies and gentlemen. The power of Riven. It looks like they are trying to engage there on the Hecarim, but Riven is just too fed. And there's the execute going down on Singe, but it's not going to quite... Oh, man. This top and jungle are just rampaging right now. Just absolutely rampaging. This goal advantage is almost 10k in blue team's favor, and I wouldn't be surprised if everybody goes back and they try to do the Baron then soon after. So Graves trying to get a little bit back here from his gold, but the Twitch is just far 2k ahead even through just his kills and assists, so it's unfortunate. Graves was doing really good at early game. I thought he might have the potential to carry his team to greatness, but unfortunately that Hecarim and Riven are just too strong. Too strong indeed. So yeah. Pretty solid game here. I like how it's swinging back and forth a little bit, even though it's no longer swinging back. I think blue team is just way too far ahead at this point in the game for purple team to do too much. There's a nice Hecarim engage, and Xerath is going to go down. Warwick does land the suppress there on the Twitch. Manages to bring him down, and it looks like he's going to try and take down this Hecarim. Riven manages to pick up the Graves there, and she might be able to even pick up the Warwick. He does flash away, and I think he will be able to survive. That Ignite's going to bring him awfully low, and Hecarim, let's see if he can escape here. His movement speed is pretty out of control. Manages to come back in just to help Riven get the kill there. Lulu does ult him, and we got... Oh, man. That's probably game right there. Hopefully they should be able to push here, get these 2 turrets and the Nexus. Just because Riven's Guardian Angel hasn't even procced yet, and the Warmogs is healing this Hecarim like crazy. Like crazy. Warwick is going to try and do something here. Does a little bit of damage to the Riven, but she is still taking turret hits. Manages to stun him, force him back enough to heal, but he does have that home guard, so he'll be back in a flash. Both turrets are down now, and so now the Nexus is going to go down. Xerath doing a lot of damage, manages to force the Riven away. But that Nexus is at half health. Ahri does go down to the Graves, and Riven's, holy cow, manages to pick up the Warwick. And it looks like they're going to try and do something with the Graves here. The GA is not quite going to pock. She just has a little bit too much sustain there with that lifesteal in her shield. And it looks like here they go again. Xerath doing some big damage there with the Q. Manages to force the Guardian Angel there, and it looks like Hecarim is going to go down as well. Let's see if Riven can do anything here, but nope. Nope. Xerath manages to pick her up with the Q there, knowing the timings of GA. That is the problem I have with GA. Sometimes it doesn't save you. Xerath also manages to pick up the greedy Hecarim. He just got a huge gold influx, 1,000 gold to be exact. So how much gold is he sitting on right now? 2k gold, and he is so low. It looks like he's just going to burn a little bit of the creeps there. And if purple team can get a Baron here, they might have a chance, but they would have to get the Baron like right now, and I don't think they've got the health or damage from it. Lots of Rylai's getting brought now. Quite a few items. As far as auras go, holy crap, this Taric has like virtually no items right now. Why does he have an Aegis this far in? How much gold does he have? Only 7k. That's rough. Support is what I consider my best, even though right now at my current ELO, while rating, whatever, I find that the games go better if I carry. I personally think I'm a much better support than I am pretty much anything else. So that's rough that it's, what, 38 minutes in and he doesn't... Oh, he just got his Aegis. Just got the Aegis. That is rough. And it looks like blue team is going to try and do this Baron here.
And I'm not sure if purple team does have vision of this. No, they do not. They probably have an inkling. It looks like Taric is going to burn that drop a ward here. But it is going to be far too late because he should be able to smite this and they're just going to barely catch the end. There's the smite, and that's going to be game. There is almost no chance that purple team is going to be able to come back from that just because the health regen and stats. Riven manages to pick up the Taric. Huge engage here going down in the jungle. Hecarim did a nice ult there, and Lulu countered it with another nice ult. Warwick does burn the ult there on the Twitch, but doesn't manage to pick up anybody, and that is 3 down. This is going to be game right there. And the 4th one going down there. Ahri doing a nice job juking his skills. It looks like they're going to take this turret. Oh, I guess they were just taking the inhib, and now they're going to... Now they're just going to take the Nexus, and that is games, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun commentating. It was the first actually quality game that I've seen in a while. I tried spectating about 4 games, but they either ended up being like completely blowouts and not fun to watch, or at least not fun for me to commentate. And yeah, well, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video. Toodaloo.